churches, mosques, and other worship centers in Lagos will remain shut due to the continued high number of coronavirus cases in the state, the Commissioner for Home Affairs, M0SQU, Elegushi, said on Tuesday. Mr. Elegushi spoke on the sideline of the 2020 ministerial press briefing commemorating the first year in office of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. The federal government had on Monday, June 1st, lifted the ban on mosques and churches in the country based on the guidelines and protocols agreed with the state government. Mr. Elegushi said the reopening of the worship center was not possible soon, as the state was the epicenter of the coronavirus pandemic. Even before the pronouncement by federal government, we have been having meetings with the religious leaders. We even had one with Safety Commission looking at the possibility of reopening of religious houses. We also had one with the leaders of the two faiths, and I want to tell you categorically that at that meeting, possibility of reopening religious houses was ruled out totally. They claim that they cannot take such responsibility of ensuring that only 20 or 50 people are praying behind them. Like an imam said, he doesn't know what is going on at the back immediately he's leading a prayer. He said if more than 20 or 50 people are staying at his back, he's not going to take responsibility for their presence. So in the meeting, we ruled out in totality the issue of reopening the religious houses until we have a clear coast for us to do so. The federal government mentioned it, but it never ruled out the states in achieving that pronouncement. So all states we have to look at possibility of doing so in their respective states. We all know Lagos is still having more figures, so definitely that will speak to our decision, he said. The commissioner, however, said the governor of the state would come out with further directives on the matter. Wow, this is really serious, because a lot of people since that yesterday or so, people have been jubilating that yes, they will be going to church. Some might be saying, oh, they are going to dance gallantly, they are going to dance rejoicefully, entering the house of God and all of that. That was when the federal government made its pronouncement based on what the presidential task force told him. According to the report, that was why the federal government said yes, they are going to, that all religious houses must open. So it's now on the discretion of the state government. So every state has to know whether it is good for their people to go back to, or for the religious centers to be opened. So it's a different thing entirely. So it's going to be a big disappointment, huge disappointment at that. So a lot of people who had already prepared their mind that, oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. But as far as Lagos is concerned, maybe other states, they might decide to start going to opening all those centers. So I think every state will have to know what they are going to say, or the decision they are going to be taking for their, on how to ease this lockdown. But as far as Lagos is concerned, they say there's nothing like that. Even the religious leaders don't even want to take responsibility, like what they are telling us, that Imam said, of course, if he's praying, a lot of people will be at his back and he cannot take responsibility, because there are some guidelines that I'm sure they've given them. So if they are not able to meet that guidelines, that means the leader is going to be responsible. So they don't want to do that. Maybe some of the guidelines are maybe 20 or 50 people. But Lagos is now saying, no, they are not going to do that. They are not going to be opening soon, because they've had meetings with the religious leaders, and based on their outcome. So that is why, and that is what the state government is taking its decision from. But it's going to be a huge disappointment. Someone says here that you people should allow church reopening. Please, in the market, are they not more than 50 people, but they are selling and buying? And someone says, if you want markets closed, why not? Government will close it and nothing will happen. Are you a pastor? If you are, and you are broke, go and look for another job for the time being. Jesus never had a church. He never collected offering or tithes. Okay? Someone say, bless you, my brother. Tell them, let them hear. Sanwo-Olu, for all these things, you are useless. You are useless politicians. You are doing whatever you are doing. All these things you are doing in Lagos, I pray, except God is not on the throne, let his judgment descend on you for all this light, using COVID-19 as business in Lagos, the money being given to you, but God will expose your plans towards it. You will not use it for good thing. Only problem. Why is this person swearing now? According to what they said, even the religious leaders said they themselves, they have not even agreed on the fact that they should open. I don't know why this person is causing or is raining curses on the governor. Someone says, now only you dey Lagos. If SANWO na your papa, will you be cursing him like this? Be careful. You are on social media. You can be traced and tracked down. Oh. Another says, he is my father. I will tell him, if he is my father, I will tell him the same thing. Because I don't want my father to behave like a coward. And look, who is talking? Have you for once see the isolation center? Who do you see there? Tell me. It's not the cause of all this issue. Faking coronavirus all because of money, killing people with hunger. Where have you seen any people or anybody with this virus that you know? If you have seen, point one to me and let me see. Another says, why is the leadership of the Lagos state government acting as if they know better than the federal government? Like, seriously? Someone said, I wonder, shebi you know more than God. Read Romans 8:28. Just like you know better than both the federal government and God. Market opened, why churches not open? Imitate government. Okay, illiterate government. We are just deceiving ourselves. They cannot own churches and mosques, but they cannot go to churches and mosques, but they can go to work and marketplaces. Who is fooling who? Just know that if God did not say yes, you can't be a governor. Your reward is waiting for you in heaven. For trying to stop God's work and his people, let's learn from Pharaoh. Someone says, okay, you should learn from Pharaoh. You should indeed learn from Pharaoh, okay? If you fear God, you won't shut down the worship centers. It's a big shame that the imported virus is not a major concern when nations like Italy, US, UK, and Spain with high cases have reopened their lockdown. Really? We are still debating with less cases and death. There is something they are gaining from the closure. God's will shall prevail and nothing men can do about it. It's quite unfortunate that our leaders do not know how God operates. If marketplaces can be open where there is no proper organization, then our government have missed it. Let the church open whether the so-called coronavirus will not leave our country. Someone says you have shut down the churches for a long time, yet the numbers keep increasing on a daily basis. Why not allow churches to open instead of telling us you want a specific number? Those in the marketplaces, are they not more than 50 people? Please release us to go about our normal activities. This restriction is bothersome. So guys, I don't know what you think. A lot of people are not really happy with the Lagos state decision by not opening or by not reopening the churches again, because they believe that nothing is going to happen. Then why are they suffering? People want to go back to their normal life. Everything has been turned upside down. The question people are asking now, that if the same people who are in the market, a market is not a structured place, they believe that a church is a structured place. And again, if you look at people who go out on a daily basis and come back again, if you talk about a school as well, the same parents who will not even, majority of them they even forget themselves, and they must have mingled with a lot of people, not even observing all this precaution. They will still come back home and see distribute it to their children, if any. Well, the whole thing is just dicey. They have not opened churches. The number keeps increasing. When people were at home before, when the lockdown was really lockdown, when it was really in place, the numbers were increasing. Oh, as soon as they increase, they allowed, they ease down the lockdown. Oh my goodness! Now I think we are going close to 11,000, if not 10,500, and the people are trying to justify church and markets. But some people believe that it is a good decision from Lagos state government. So the Lagosians are not even happy with this. So every state, that means you see maybe Ogun State will start their own, they start opening up their own listing. I think the Ogun State for now, they are doing from Monday till Friday. Is everybody can go do whatever you want to do, but lockdown is on weekend. That one is really, really funny. So guys, that is just the decision of Lagos state government. Lagos churches, mosques not permitted to reopen. to remain shut. So what do you think? Let's have your take in the comment section. Thank you.